one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This story comes to us from CBS News. And this story is actually one from October of 2024, but it goes to expose a little bit of what's going on in the California Highway Patrol and even California. The California Highway Patrol captain that was arrested on suspicion of workers' compensation fraud was the commander in charge of the fatal April 2023 Mahaney Park shootout in Roseville, California. 3 officers who worked under him at the time of the shootout confirmed this to CBS Sacramento. Now, CBS said we are withholding the names of the 3 officers because they are not authorized to speak on record. That captain was identified as Matthew Stover, 22 years CHP veteran, who approved the decision to serve the high-risk search warrant to an armed suspect, Eric Abriel, at a busy park during spring break. My God, best time, right? That plan resulted in a deadly shootout that injured an officer and killed James McEgan, who was taken hostage with his wife by the suspect. A judge thereafter ruled Patty McEgan can move forward with her wrongful death lawsuit against the California Highway Patrol in the hostage situation that saw her husband killed. The judge's ruling, this was in October, comes after the CHP and Attorney General Rob Bonta's office tried to get the case thrown out. In short, state law says law enforcement is not liable if someone is injured by a suspect resisting arrest. However, the California Highway Patrol wasn't serving an arrest warrant that day, and Abril wasn't under arrest. They were serving a search warrant on his car and his house, but they chose to confront him at a busy park instead of his home. Following the shooting, Stover was removed from his post and subsequently went out on workers' comp. Interesting. He was then arrested last week, and this is in October, on suspicion of workers' comp insurance fraud and booked into the Sacramento County Jail. The California Highway Patrol said they cannot comment due to ongoing litigation. Now, as CBS 13 was first to report, and the judge pointed out, they still don't know who fired the shot that killed Mr. McEgan. So the judge ruled the California Highway Patrol didn't have immunity because Abril wasn't under arrest and may not have fired the fatal shot. The CHP made several other immunity rulings, which the judge also denied, but they can try again with a summary judgment. So you see there, you say, well, all cops always have immunity. This judge said you don't have immunity. You all can be sued because he wasn't under arrest at that time. You were just serving a search warrant at a busy park during spring break when everybody was out there playing. What the hell? But what was interesting to me, and this is why I'm giving you this story, was I wanted to point out how the California Highway Patrol and Attorney General Rob Bonta tried to get it thrown out. Instead of trying to bring justice or, just look into it because this woman's husband was killed, even the attorney general who gets voted in to office. See, that's an elected position. And instead of appealing to the people, he's like, no, 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 we're back in the blue. Throw it out. Throw it out. And the judge is like, no, no, they don't have immunity. Ain't doing it. So here in California, you got to remember qualified immunity has now been limited. There's no such thing now as, well, cops have qualified immunity right now, unless the governor or the president changes that. But the police can be sued under circumstances, and it's a lot easier now to sue them because their qualified immunity has been lowered. That's right. I want to know what you all think.